Hey, Cartoon Coffee. So, in regards to the missile that we're working on, I took some of the generations that I did. This is my rough prototype concept art just to communicate, right? And as a reminder, let's take a quick look at this since we're here. Turn off the audio. And so we've got these missiles that I'm a fan of, just kind of visually, that are in Gunvein, and they're not crazy. And I might have too much details in mind, but they don't have a crazy amount of detail. It's mostly just the shapes, right? And I think the big thing is the exhaust. That we have this kind of flamey exhaust thing, right? So taking a look at these in motion, here they come. And they'll be homing missiles in our game, so that's the other side of that. But now that we've seen those in motion, I basically kind of came in here. I took and I Franken bashed these elements together. So as you can see here, let me take a look here. There we go. So I'll drop this, I'll make a base image for this. But basically what I did is I took from those generations, I kind of put together a few of the aesthetics that I like. So you can kind of see what we got here. And I'll just break that apart real quick so you can see that. Yeah, so I think these are the main elements. And the things that I like, again, not the artist in this case, right? So I like this kind of front missile color that we have. We kind of have this like, these pinks, indigo. I think we can go more reds. I'll leave it to you, aesthetically speaking, to kind of figure out what works best with the particle effect on top of it. But I kind of like this bulbous nose thing here, and we have this kind of body shape with a little bit of line work here. And then I really like having this like I don't know, it's like a look inside the inner chamber of the missile, also kind of in the pink spectrum, or the energy spectrum. And then we have the tail end, and the tail end I think is a combination of like we can go brighter because since the missiles are, you always see them with the fire at the end, and we can do something where the particle effect could be let's take a look here. Could be overlaying. Let's see. It could be where maybe it comes out over here, something like this. Yeah, flamey exhaust, goodness, yeah. And we also have a version we did for the pink fireball that we did. So I don't want to be fully in that, like, let's go more in the yellow fire spectrum. But I think this is something where you can, we kind of pull this together here, where aesthetically, I think we can have a very similar kind of like flame effect that's all very much in your wheelhouse. So, and this thing could be here, and that kind of gives you the example of like, oh, it's hot, and casting light on the backside of the missile and the exhaust. It's all in the similar color spectrum. These can, we can go more yellow or reddish. It can, or it could start yellow, orange, and out the back kind of be in that yellow spectrum. So yeah, but that was pretty much what I was thinking. So I'll drop this video for you. I'll put this together, and I'll also drop my Franken Photoshop file here, so you can see if you want to take a look at the other bits and bobs, you can kind of see there if you want to grab something and Photoshop it together. So I got a license for all this stuff in terms of generations, and yeah, I think it's totally fine here. I think our missile will probably be a little bit longer, but again, like it's nothing different than I mean, we did the energy shell, and the energy shell is probably again, let's take a quick look. Energy shell. None shells into the shell. Yeah, so we got the energy shell here. So I think these are pretty wide, so we can probably take in perspective. Let's take a look here. Is it this here? Yeah, this was the bad boy here. And we'll drop that over here. And because I got OCD, we'll just, yeah. All right. So then I think what we could probably do is we could make our missile a little bit shorter, about half the length maybe in comparison. So if it were something like, is it this? Yeah. And you know, the attention to details. I mean, that might be one of those things where maybe we actually make the. Maybe we just scrunch it up, something like that. Oh yeah, yeah, scrunchy McBunchy. Do something like this. Yeah. So, and then the flame, the flame parts can be about as long as the shell, maybe something along these lines. So maybe something like there's kind of the flamey bits. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking here. So yeah, so let me pack this up and send this over to you. And now you have my thinking. And I appreciate the work. Thank you very much.